So we'll start off with the evening bell chant in English. Hearing the sound of the bell, all thinking is cut off. Wisdom grows, enlightenment appears, hell is left behind. The three worlds are transcended. Vowing to become Buddha and save all people, the mantra of shattering hell. Om Garajya Sabaha. Om Garajya Sabaha. Om Garajya Sabaha. We'll take refuge. Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami. I go for refuge in the Buddha. I go for refuge in the Dharma. I go for refuge in the Sangha. Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami. All right, here we are, another Monday, sitting with each other, taking refuge in the Dharma. So we'll start with our 15 minutes of seated meditation. The Buddha once lamented, "Look at this. Thieves wear robes to represent my teaching, and yet they only make off all kinds of intense karma by selling me for their own personal profit." do the Gatha on opening the sutras. This Dharma, incomparably profound and minutely subtle, is rarely encountered, even in hundreds of thousands of millions of ages. Now we see it, hear it, hold and maintain it. May we completely realize the true mind of all Buddhas. All right. Stow your luggage in the overhead compartment. Put your seats up and your tray tables in the recessed position. Here's Hangdahl.
Evening. So Sid was hanging out behind the monastery when a young novice came out holding a bow and a single arrow. Walked out to the archery area and he quickly brought up the bow and launched. And the arrow sailed through the air, arced down, and actually struck the target. Not particularly well. Not in the bullseye zone, but Sid was kind of impressed. He really didn't even aim much. He just kind of let that thing go, and it sort of stuck it. But then the young man starts walking up towards the target, and he looks at it, and he looks at the arrow, and he walks around behind, and he looks behind the target, and comes up, and he grabs the arrow, and he starts wiggling it into the target. Sid thought to himself, okay, I'm game. I'll ask. Approaches the novice, and he says, so, what you doing, man? The young man says, well, wasn't really satisfied with how deep this got into the target. And just gonna, jam this in here a little bit better. And with that, the back of the shaft broke off the arrow. Not to be deterred at this point, the young man grabbed the flat of his bow and put it up against the arrow shaft and grabbed a rock and started driving the arrow into the target. Sid just kind of sat there and watched. Yeah, sure enough, it finally got the point through the back of the target. Sid said, okay, we're good now. And no. Young man pulled out a little file and he went around to the blades of the point sticking through the back of the target and he started sharpening the blades. Sid said, so now what you doing? And the novice said, well, I figured if the blades were sharper, it would have gone in deeper to begin with. So I'm just fixing that up right now. Okay. After he decided that the blades were sharp enough, the young man kind of shimmied the arrow back in a little bit to get the blades, kind of into the target. Then he grabbed his increasingly mangled bow and he put it on top of the shaft and grabbed his trusty rock. They started pounding. Sid said, so now what? Well, I got this far. I figured I'd try to hit the bullseye with it. So he beat that arrow down. He mangled his bow. He mangled the points on the arrow, but he really worked at this with a lot of diligence. And he finally got the point to touch the bullseye area. And he raised his hands and he threw his broken tools away and he said, I knew it. I knew I could hit a perfect strike with one arrow without aiming. I'm going to go tell the master that I've achieved perfection at this. And he turned around and ran back to the monastery. Sid mumbled something about novices and wandered off behind the bell tower to have a cigarette. Brother Minwee recently talked about karma and how we frequently misunderstand it because it's an action. Karma is the intent, it's the drawing back of the bowstring, it's the releasing of the arrow, it's the arc of flight, and it's the mark that it lands upon. These things just are, and they function endlessly in everything that we do and everything that happens, these streams of action. And sometimes they're less than skillful. And with each action, each karmic event, we're presented with a whole series of choices. And what the right choice is, what the upaya, the skillful means is subject to a lot, to who we are, what we're trying to do, what our path is from there, sometimes just winging it or figuring it out or thinking it through. But there's a skillful means required. And at that point, in our example, what's the skillful means? Well, maybe it's deciding, well, first shot didn't aim. I got it on the board, man. I'm going to keep working at this. Or maybe it's, maybe I could keep, do something different. I'm kind of good with this. I'll take up knitting, see how I do with that. But I guarantee you, skillful means is not spending all of your energy, all of your effort, all of your skills and tools on trying to go backwards and change a result that has already happened. The karma's there, the result's there, the arrow hit its mark. That is not changeable. Unless you're in one of those Star Trek time travel episodes, then maybe, I don't know. The event has happened, the karma has been achieved. What's next? What happens next? And more importantly, as we work on these problems with ourselves, do we realize how much time and effort we put into our lives trying to alter the results of something which has already occurred? How much damage and destruction do we do to ourselves and our circumstances and those around us trying to force a changed result that has already happened in the past? So the question I'll put before everybody and put it before myself as well, because, we're all wandering along this path together. How many times in our lives do we go back and try to sharpen the point of an arrow after it's already hit its mark?
Thank you for your teaching. And happy landings. That's an in-joke that you guys will tell you about later. So let's go back for another 15 minutes of seated meditation. O students of Buddhism, the food you receive every day comes from the blood, sweat, and bitter tears of hard-working farmers. And your clothes come from the hard labor of the weavers. How will you ever wipe away the heavy karma incurred through receiving these things for free if you are not making constant efforts to open your third eye? It is time for us to chant the Heart Sutra. Mahaprajna Paramita Hridaya Sutra Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, when practicing deeply the Prajnaparamita, perceives that all five skandhas are empty and is saved from all suffering and distress. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. That which is form is emptiness. That which is emptiness, form. The same is true of feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They do not appear or disappear, are not tainted or pure, do not increase or decrease. Therefore in emptiness, no form, no feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no color, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of eyes, and so forth, until no realm of mind consciousness, no ignorance, and also no extinction of it, and so forth, up until no old age and death, and also no extinction of them, no suffering, no origination, no stopping, no path, no cognition, also no attainment, with nothing to attain. The Bodhisattva depends on Prajnaparamita, and the mind is no hindrance. Without any hindrance, no fears exist. Far apart from every perverted view, one dwells in nirvana. In the three worlds, all Buddhas depend on Prajnaparamita and attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Therefore know that Prajnaparamita, the great transcendent mantra, is the upright mantra, is the utmost mantra, is the supreme mantra, which is able to relieve all suffering and is true, not false. So proclaim the Prajnaparamita mantra. Proclaim the mantra which says Gate Gate Para Gate Parasam Gate Bodhisvaha. Gate Gate Para Gate Parasam Gate Bodhisvaha. Gate Gate Para Gate Parasam Gate Bodhisvaha. And let's do Venerable Wanji's loving kindness meditation. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to me. May no difficulties come to me. May I have a calm and peaceful mind. May I have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May my parents be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May my teachers be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May family members and relatives be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May friends and acquaintances be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May unfriendly people and my enemies be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May unknown persons be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May all beings, with form and without form, visible, invisible, born or coming to birth, large and small, from the highest realm of existence to the lowest, be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. We'll do our dedications of merit. All sentient beings are one seamless body and pass quickly from birth to death. We remember those who cared for us and are gone, those who are ill, those who are at war, who are hungry and who are in pain. May they heal and have peace. We especially dedicate our service to Amy Rowan, Mike Gingy Wood, Sienna Wood, Brian Unger. Would anyone else like to dedicate some merit?
Bear Quentin, Barry, and Juanita.
Anyone else?
My Lynn fam, Elaine Sue.
And anyone else?
Yes, I'd like to dedicate it to Joanne and Bailey Sheridan, as well as all those suffering from cancer and the strifes of war across the globe.
All beings in the 10 directions, subject to the greed, hatred, and delusions of themselves and others. All Buddhas throughout space and time, all honored ones, Bodhisattva Mahasattvas, wisdom beyond wisdom, Maha Prajna Paramita. Hey Song, do you have the chant sheet handy with you?
I actually have it open right now.
Could you lead us in faith and practice, Val?
I can, sir. I will never retreat and will be firm in my mind in this correct Dharma. I will escape from the samsaric cycle of birth and death and definitely will see my original face. I will be sure to inherit the life of insight of the Buddha and save all sentient beings.
And Brother Hangdal.
The spiritual source shines clearly in the light. The branching streams flow on in the dark. Infinite realms of light and dark convey the Buddha mind. Birds and trees and stars and we ourselves come forth in perfect harmony. We practice and recite this for all beings, in grateful thanks to our many guides along the way.
And Brother Minwee for great Bodhisattva vows.
Sentient beings are numberless. We vow to help them all. Delusions are countless. We vow to see through them all. Opportunities to awaken are infinite. We vow to embrace them all. The Buddha way is endless. We vow to embody it.
It is extremely difficult to get a human body, so don't waste the opportunity to practice hard. Once you miss this chance, it will be very difficult to get it again. If you don't attain strength in your practice, only your karma will remain when you die. Time is of the utmost essence for a Zen practitioner. Don't waste even one moment. If you have them on mind, even at that time, you can get enlightenment.